Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. How you guys doing tonight? Lady Q, number one. Hello, PG, and everybody. Hello to you, sweetie. Number one tonight, Lady Q. Number two, Deputy Sheriff. Hello, PG in chat. Hello, Deputy Sheriff. How you doing tonight? And Karen, number three. Karen, number three. God bless. He got a happy face. Absolutely. Um, how you doing, Eve? Steph, how you doing tonight? Hillbilly 29, how are you, sweetie? Ah, there's Sugar Boom Boom. How you doing tonight? How you doing? Skittles. Stephanie, how you doing? Oh, I think I done said hi to Steph up above. I think so. Yeah, I did. I got you, girl. How you doing, Judy? She says, hello, PG and everyone. Purple hearts. Much love. Much love for summer. Absolutely. Uh, well, that was quite a show last night, right? With, hey, cool gamer, how are you tonight, sweetie? God bless. How you doing? Lisa, how you doing, sweetie? Yeah, that was quite the show last night. Um, with old Donny Boy's old lady coming out and lying through her teeth, right? She was like, I don't even know what was up with that. Like, this lady completely turned the table, right? I mean, she went from foe to friend for some odd reason. Um, could have been because Tim Mullins might have cut her a check. Who knows? Um, who knows? I mean, and that's my opinion. My opinion. But for someone to spin the table like that, something ain't right, right? Something ain't right because I know for a fact I asked Donald about selling Mary. You know what Mary was saying back when, all about Donald, and I would question him about everything. Right? Mary saying this. What's up with that? And you know, at that particular time, Donald was being pretty honest because he was like, "Yep, Jeannie called me. You know, when I got out of jail, I was with this other woman, and she called me on the phone. And yes, he dumped that girlfriend and went back to Utah. Um, that's what he told me. And he also told me that that's where he got with Pam as well, and started dating Pam. And he said when Mary said that they were trying to you know sell their daughter, and Pam you know didn't realize that she ain't going to be able to just come and get her and see her whenever she wanted to, and all of this. She backed out of it. She wanted somebody else to raise her and her still be mommy. But Donald said, yeah, that was true. They was going to do that, is what he told me, because him and Pam didn't have a lot, and they thought that the little girl would have a better upbringing, right? Um, and he said, that yeah, Pam backed out due to the fact that she wanted to do it, but she also wanted to keep control, and that wasn't going to happen. So, yeah. So Pam, you're a liar. You are a liar. And we've got two women in two different states that don't even know each other. We got Mary in Utah, and we've got Lisa, who is in Arkansas. Neither one of these women knew each other, but they did know you. And they knew Candace. And they knew your older daughter that no one wants to mention, that had the two kids, and two perverts got put in jail over and they got took. Yeah. You don't want to talk about that. And both of these women said that yes, you did say that Donald did do bad things to his daughter. Yes, absolutely. Both of these women, no two women in two different states that don't even know each other are going to be able to say the same thing. That's total BS. You was going around saying these things, and then you say, "Oh, Donald never done nothing bad to me." Why did you have police reports showing that Donald did bad things to you in Utah? Obviously he done bad things, and in Arkansas, Pam. The coffee mug, the coffee mug you threw at him and told him to get, his rear end gone and take Candace with him. You didn't do bad things to one another. Sounds to me like you both were doing a whole lot of bad things. And Don Wells said out of his own mouth that the reason he left your ass was because he was in jail and you wasn't trying to even get him out. You was spending all of the money up on substance and was not getting him out, that you had a really bad substance abuse habit. That's exactly what he told me. So there you go, Pam. We got Candy in the chat tonight. I'm my own person. I only care for Summer. Well, Candace, if you care so much for Summer, why don't you take that link and come up and talk about Summer? I don't ever hear you talk about Summer. Donald keeps you muzzled. He keeps you muzzled, right? Keeps you muzzled like somebody has on a dog. To keep you from doing anything. That's what Donald does. Like he's afraid to let you talk. He's afraid to let you talk. Oh, you all can F off because I only care about Summer and I can't. If you cared about Summer, you could. You could. I know that Michael Vaughn's mother, Little Monkey's mom, she has no problem. She had no problem coming up on everyone's panel and talking about her son. She had no problem answering every question that went down that day, minute to minute, the day he disappeared, the day he went missing. Hell, even Quentin's mother, even Quentin's mom, right? She didn't have a problem telling her timeline. You only want to know, Candace, not wanting to tell the timeline. I know there's a reason y'all don't know about. If we don't know about it, why don't you enlighten us and then we can understand? Then we can understand. I know many times, um, I know many times that, um, Candace, I know many times that Candace tried to tell what happened to Summer. I know many times she wanted to talk about it, and Donald would interrupt her. A matter of fact, the last time I talked to Donald, Candace was in the background and said, do you want to know what happened to Summer?" And Donald shut her up. That's the truth. He shut her up. He did not want Candace talking, you know? So obviously, obviously he got something to hide, because he wouldn't be trying to shut her up like that, right? Shut her up and shut her down. No, Mary did say that was a different time. That was a different time. Donald, and when Donald was with Pam, he tried to not only sell his son, from my understandings, but he also, from what Mary said, tried to Mary, or someone in the family adopt was going to adopt Donald's daughter. And they were all for it until Pam understood that she wouldn't be able to come and take the child off, or come and tell people how to raise it, or come and, be, she didn't have no control once it went down. And that's why she changed her mind. Yeah, every time you talk to Candace, that's what she's got to say. Got to go, bye. Right? Gotta go, bye. She don't want to talk about Summer. She wants to come in and say she's all about her daughter. But no, she's all about Donald. She's all about her, right? And about Donald. She's not about Summer at all. I think we all heard her say I have to set Summer aside. It's hard, I don't like saying this, but I gotta say it. I gotta set Summer aside and do me and the boys, because the boys are still here, right? Summer always be with me. Now, I think that's pretty much word for word. I doubt if it's exact, but I mean, it's pretty much word for word what she said, right? We all heard it. And no, I don't think you have to set anything aside. I think that your daughter is just as important as your sons, right? Matter of fact, I would think my daughter would be more important, because she's the one that needs to be found. She's the one that needs everyone to find her and bring her home, so that that child can get justice against whoever did this heinous crime to her, right? Whoever made Summer disappear belongs in prison. Right? They violated a child. Summer is supposed to still be here with us. She's supposed to still be right here on this earth with all of us. Not poof, be gone, vanish somewhere. And I'm going to tell you, I think a missing child is what they call top priority, Candace. Top priority. Not something you set aside so you can do other things. right? Like yourself. I understand you saying, I got to take care of the voice too, but you know, it should have been, should have been like a fuck me thing, right? I don't give a damn about myself, but I do care about my children. I've got one missing, 3 in child protective services. Something's got to give here, right? Something's got to give, like alcoholism and substance abuse within that home, right? Um, and also, I think what also needs to have to give in that home is the fact that the 2 main suspects live in it, right? The 2 main suspects live in it. I know we don't allow support for the Wells here. No, we don't. No, Miss Chewy, I'm sorry, but we don't. Absolutely not. We allow support for Summer. We don't allow no support here for the suspects. We don't support suspects. We support the victims here. And only the Wells are not victims. The Wells are suspects until law enforcement clears them. And so far, law enforcement hasn't cleared them. Matter of fact, law enforcement was just up there kicking the freaking door in, going through a safe. Okay? They was just up there kicking the door in, going through a safe. So, there you go. Right? And we want to support that, don't we? We want to support that. I don't care. We are all our own people, right? Candace says that, she's her own person. Candace says, did everyone die? Did everyone die? Who is everyone, Candace? Don and Pam are still in love. Well, everyone didn't die, right? But a lot of people did, like Jose, Leslie, that was taking care of Hunter when Hunter was going through something and wanting to tell something, and Leslie just stopped breathing. Jerry, old co-worker, right? Yeah. Another woman that was hanging up there on the hill with y'all. Yeah. She just mysteriously ended up disappeared and gone too, right? A lot of people ended up that way, right, Candace? Hello? PG speaking. Hello, how are you, sweetie? I'm doing great. Who am I speaking with? How you doing? Sure. What you're saying is you feel that that's equal. What you're saying is you feel it's equal. Well, the difference is an adult can defend herself. I mean, they could at least try to fight. A child can't. An adult can get away to where it won't ever happen again. A child can't. So it's not really equal. That ain't what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying children cannot try to avoid it. And they have to go through it, and usually they have to go through it a lot longer. I mean, whoever, there's a lot of children out there that, are going through this daily. Some of them going through it, for years, for years. Absolutely. Absolutely. But, but, but see, it's, it's equal as in, it's equal as in sinfulness, but it's not equal as in mental trauma and damage. If a child is being done this way, like if you're an adult, you can more understand about what happened to you. You can more overcome. You can be glad that you lived through it and everything, and then you can lock down and arm yourself and be more aware of everything from then on, because you got control. Children don't have that. And when children are done this way and they're repeatedly done this way, that's a lot for a child to have to handle. And the mental damage is way more severe than, you know. Well, you know, no one's saying it ain't as important. They're just saying that, you know, the it's like it's like a first, second, third degree burn, right? For a child, it's the worst because they have to go through it longer and they have no control. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not here to talk about, you know, um, about that subject. We're on Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Well, you know, I just explained it to you. Explained to you the severity of each case, and how, how an adult has a better chance to understand and overcome and have control where a child doesn't. That's why, and a child, as you said, you were a child victim, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, everybody, hun, that's why we love each other so much in this world. It's because we're all our own people. We're all different. I mean, I don't expect you to think like me. If we all, if you thought just like me, then, you know, what kind of world would this be? It would be a very boring world, right? And, what I'm saying is if we go to an art gallery, me and you look at the same painting, we're not, you're going to see something totally different than me. I'm going to notice things that maybe you don't. I'm going to like colors that you don't care for. You're going to like colors maybe I don't care for it. You know, absolutely. Absolutely. And and I truly believe that everyone, you know, everyone deserves that. Absolutely. What I'm saying is it all needs to be took seriously. And absolutely you sympathize with all patients, the same. But it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder. Well, I'm not saying you ain't gonna show the same compassion. What I'm saying is it ain't gonna take the same type of, it's not gonna take the same type of counseling to pull someone that age through everything as it is going to take for a child victim. Because the child victim didn't have no control. You see what I'm saying? And their prison lasts a lot longer. You're saying, something that lasted a few hours versus something that was extensive and lasted for years. It is different, hon. And you, right. Hun, this whole world is bad right now. This whole world is bad. I mean, every day I walk outside, I look up just to see if the Lord's coming yet or not. That's how bad it's getting. Absolutely, hun. And if you'd like to call back at a different time and talk about this, I would be more than happy to do that. But right now we're in the middle of a live, and I really appreciate you calling in, sweetie. But we got to get back to the topic at hand right here, right now. God bless. Much love, hun. Oh, she was a nice lady. Um, but we went a little bit in left field tonight, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's all come back. Um, Mary is a liar too. Um, well, I can't say that Mary's not. I can't. I can't say that Mary is not a little bit of a liar. But then again, I ain't heard Mary's whole story out. It ain't like me and Mary's really ever talked about this overall thing, Candace. Um, you know, um, but I do not think that Mary lied about what. I do not believe that Mary lied on Pam at all. I do not believe Mary lied on Pam at all. When it comes to Pamela and Herb and Donald, because Donald told me personally, Candace, and you know it. He told me personally that yes, they was going to let their daughter be adopted. And but Pam wouldn't do it because she didn't she thought she would be able to still have control, and once she realized she couldn't, that was called off the table because I asked Donald about that. And I also asked Donald about practically everything Mary said, even the phone call to Jeannie. And Donald said yes, he did leave his whatever girl he was with after he got out of jail. and came back to Utah where Jeannie was. So, you know, so far, sounds like to me, Mary's been pretty truthful. So, especially where, you know, Jeannie's concerned. Donald was in love with that little Jeannie. I believe he still is. I'm not going to lie. I believe he still is. Something about that little Jeannie just really got underneath Domwell's skin, right? And it is what it is. It is what it is. I think if Jeannie would have him, Donald would be gone again. He'd probably dump you, Candace, and be gone. If you asked my opinion, I'm pretty sure he would. He would leave you. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I don't think Mary's a liar. Absolutely not. I don't believe that. So absolutely not. And the person's a liar. The person that's a liar is Pamela Wells. That's the liar. And I don't know if Donald ever done anything to either one of his biological children, as in his daughters. I don't know. You know, God, only God would know this, because, you know, and his daughters, right? And possibly you, Candace. I mean, you were in that bed every night. So, you know, you had your ass in that bed every night. You should know, right? So, but, you know, I think who the liars are, Candace, are you and your husband, Dom Wells. Maybe your husband. You go by Candace Bly. He goes by Dom Wells. He probably ain't even your husband. I don't know, but it sounds like he ain't. So with that being said, then you guys are even lying about your marriage. I mean, it's a possibility you're not even married. That could have just been some pictures taken. You know, some fake ass pictures taken, like all the rest of the fake ass shit in your all's lives. I don't know. So I have no clue. You know, I have no clue. What I do know is, I don't think True was making things up and lying. I don't think Jose was making things up and lying. I don't think Jody Sue was making things up and lying. Right? I think all three of these people saw things that should have been reported to not CPS, but to a law enforcement. If you ask me. Right? They survived the tragedy. What tragedy is that? What tragedy did they survive? Why don't you tell me? What tragedy did they survive? Getting enough to eat themselves and not feeding the kids? You tell me what tragedies they survived, sweetie, because I'm going to tell you something. What tragedies did they survive? Not getting their liquor every night, their cigarettes, and their substances that they wanted to abuse while their children were going hungry? whether kids were going dirty. Did you see that mattress, girl? You tell me. Candace don't look like she missed a meal, and neither did Donald. But them damn kids sure did, right? So you tell me, what tragedy did they survive, hun? She's the one that told law enforcement that you put those kids in a house, a little Summer in a house, in 2 minutes she's gone. We know that's bullshit, right? She couldn't even tell you if the back door was open or not, right? Or the front door, the basement door, because she didn't check it. And she did. Why did she not check it, hun? Because she already knew what happened to her daughter. She couldn't tell you because she didn't even bother to check it. All she wanted to know is how much did the boys know. Right? Law enforcement knows for a fact she came out of the driveway twice. She's lying, and so do I. And she's lying and saying only once. So you know what? You are well sympathizer. You are sympathizing with two fucking liars that you know nothing about. Two sick human beings that viciously and violently put those children through hell. Little boy woke her up because he needed her. Something was going wrong, and she beat it the hell out of him. So listen to me. I'm going to block your ass. You just got a steel-toe boot, because I ain't even going to listen to, I'm not even going to listen to people like you tonight. I'm not listening to you. You want to be a problem. You're one of those people that know the truth, understand the truth, and want to sit there and sympathize and kiss ass because you think that's the thing to do right now. That's how to get along in another human's chat. Well, you go do that. Because when you do, you are turning on Summer. You are turning on her brothers. You're turning on the real victims. For what? A couple of damn suspects that literally did not take care of those children for years. Fuck you. There you go. That's what I got to say to you. Hey, Molly, I appreciate that. We love you, PG. You're always on point. I so appreciate the support for this channel. I really do. God bless. God bless. But yeah, I'm going to tell you something. No, don't come in here. Don't come in here coming at me sideways tonight, because you know what? That ain't going to work tonight. It ain't going to work tonight. I seen the big old pity party throwed for the Wells. And you know what? Fuck that. Right? Fuck that. They ain't getting no pity party here. They're not getting no pity parties here. You understand that, Candace and Don Wells? No pity parties here for you. Absolutely not. You're freaking suspects. Everybody's got their eyes on you now. Everybody. If you done anything, you're going to get busted. Because everybody is recording everything you say. Everybody is looking at you now. They're looking at you. One slip of your big tongue, which has done slip so many times, I don't know how you're still walking around with freedom. Right? Let's take a look at the Wells. I got something for everybody tonight. I've got something for everybody tonight. Let's listen to the truthful Wells. Let's listen to the Wells that, these honest, upstanding, forthcoming human beings Let's listen to them. You know, y'all, they are like telling the truth. That Mary's the damn liar. No, Mary's not a liar. I'm sorry to tell you, Mary's not a liar. Lisa is not a liar. Pam, Donald, and Candace are fucking liars. And Pamela Wells, you should be ashamed of your damn self. And how anybody lets you adopt children, I don't even know. I don't even know. You are a freaking, I don't know if you're still a junkie, but I know you was for years. Right? Just like your old man. Just like your old man. And what you did is you started taking kids in for money. Right? You started taking a bunch of children in for the money. The way to pay her bills. Because that's what those people do. They're a bunch of fucking users. A bunch of users. I hope those kids didn't have to go without, like the Wells kids, so Pamela could get everything she needed, right? That's what I hope. That's what I hope. Right? Pamela went around telling people that Don Wells did this to his daughter. Pamela went around saying that he tried to sell his son. That's what she told Mary and them. Or else Mary said, I think somebody was there that witnessed it as well. So they know it's true. And now Pamela's trying to come out making Donnie, look like the Chrysler building, right? Maybe she thinks that she could get Donnie back from Candace now, right? Maybe she thinks that Donnie, when she married him, he needed a mother. Now she probably thinks he needs a grandma, because that's sure the fuck what she looks like, right? Looks like somebody's grandmother. Exactly. Candace, you as a mother should have protected your children from monsters. But all of y'all failed Summer. Absolutely. That's right. That's right. They did. They failed Summer. And yes, she does deserve better than this. And so does the boys. Absolutely. I'm not going to come here and kiss no suspects' asses on this channel for click, likes, and views, because I'm going to be honest with you, click, likes, and views ain't that damn important to me. Matter of fact, they're not important to me at all. When I go to bed tonight, I'm going to sleep like a fucking baby. Why? Because I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about click, likes, and views. I don't give a damn about the Wells, them two fucking suspects up there. Right? I don't give a damn about none of them. What I do give a damn about is this baby. This beautiful little blue-eyed, blonde-headed 5-year-old little girl that came up missing, Summer Moon Utah Wells. That's what I care about. Right? Born on February the 4th. Just turned 7 years old. And probably she turned that in heaven. And that pisses me off. Because she had every right to turn that age right here on earth. That little girl was a princess. And they destroyed that princess. Right? And then they lie out their fucking teeth. Through their chops. About everything. They thought everything's a game. And they still do. They still do, right? They think it's so great to turn creators against one another. To see creators fighting amongst each other. Because some creators want to kiss their backside, and they know as soon as that creator starts kissing their ass and start talking for them and not protecting Summer, that creator's going to be attacked. Well, that creator just happens to be Daisy right now, right? That just happens to be Daisy right now. But I'm not attacking Daisy. I'm attacking the Wells. Hello? PG speaking. It's who? I'm sorry, hon. I vaguely remember. Don only cooperates with people that the person on the phone says he thought me and Donald was cooperating with each other. No. Don only cooperates with people that want to kiss his backside and defend him and tell a bunch of fucking lies for him in order to make him smell like a damn rose and put his daughter in the background, put Summer into the dark. And I'm not doing that. Don likes people that ain't going to pressure him to talk about June 15th, 2021, the timeline. Who wants to pressure him to talk to Candace about it because he wants to say, I was at work. I had 7 alibis. Candace got none. Okay, well, let me talk to Candace. She ain't got no alibis. Let's hear Candace if she does or she don't. I mean, that's what your words are, Don Wells. It's not, and you ain't giving Candace an opportunity to say whether she has any or not. Right? Yeah, he came out. He promised to go on, the show, the one show with the I can't remember the guy's name now, right out of my head, but the police officer, Steve Wilco. Thank you. And he promised to go on Steve Wilco. He promised me that, he's going to go. He's going to take that lie detector's test. They give you a drug test. See if you got anything in you that possibly you took to try to get past the lie detector's test. Once that's cleared, that you're clean, you take the lie detector's test, and then you either get a chair or you don't. Well, he didn't want to go. He don't want to go to Steve Wilco's because he can't take high blood pressure medication to slow his heart down to pass that lie detector's test. He ain't going to be able to take whatever substance that he took when he went to the law enforcement to get it done. He's going to have to fucking get a piss test and see what's in his system before he can take the lie detector's test, and boom, he ain't going to be able to, for one, if he takes the substance, then he can't take the lie detector's test and he ain't going to get a chair anyway. Right? And if he doesn't take a substance, then he ain't going to pass the lie detector's test and he ain't going to get to sit down. So Don Wells knows if he goes on Steve Wilco's, he's fucked. That's why he ain't going. Yep. And it would clear Candace as well. Right? It would clear Candace as well. Because, he says he believes everything that Candace tells him. And, so that would have helped her out as well. But he ain't going to go because he can't do it. Do you know when he went on the Dr. Phil show? What people what everybody out here don't know, that was behind the scenes. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Don Wells and Candace only agreed to go if they didn't have to take a polygraph. They were asked to take them and declined them. And that was the stipulation for them going on the show, is no polygraphs. So if they felt they could pass a motherfucking polygraph, if they really passed the one for law enforcement, then why did they have a problem not taking it again? I mean, if I'm innocent, give me all the polygraph tests you want in the world, right? I'll take it for law enforcement. I'll take it for Steve Wilco's. I take it for Dr. Phil. I mean, let's just keep going, man. Because you know what? I'm innocent. I done nothing. But obviously they ain't. They ain't because they are steering clear of those lie detectors tests, right? And hollering that they passed the one for law enforcement. Well, I tell you what, Law enforcement ain't cleared them, have they? Nope. Mm-hmm. Nope. Damn near 2 years later, they're still suspects. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Do you mind if I put you on live? Do you mind if I put you on the live? They're saying they can't hear you, and so I got to get your permission. All right, I appreciate it. Okay, you're live, caller.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's going to fix up that house and everything, and it's going to look nicer and everything, but I don't see how it's going to make a difference. I mean, I don't see anything in his favor or Candace's favor. They're going to be sitting in that house by themselves, and I want to know where Summer's room's at. She's the only girl in that family. She should have her own privacy and isolation. You can't team up kids that age. I mean, she's got to have her own space, right?
Exactly. Exactly. But you know what? When she got, you know, do you think law enforcement wasn't watching that wish list she made? Of course, law enforcement's watching that wish list she made to see if she was getting anything for the children. And you know what? Not one thing on there for the children, right? So that told us not one. And that told us what? They didn't plan on getting the kids back anyway.
I think they're using that excuse to try to raise funds. That's my opinion.
Exactly. Exactly. And, you know, and that's why they're back out here. It's because, as you see, they try to get fresh meat, which they got Miss Daisy right now, right? They got this fresh meat out there, you know, feeling all sorry for them and trying to get these people, you know, to start supporting the whales. And that's what the whales want. And because then people now, they start sending gift cards, they start sending, you know, buying stuff off of Candace's and Don's wish list. They, you know, they start becoming bleeding hearts, sending the whales a bunch of money, and they love it. They love it. You know, Donald basically told me, here's what he told me in so many words, that if it wasn't for the money, if it was not for the money that was pouring into them on the hill, they would have shut up and shut Summer's case completely down. Not trying to find her, but shut it completely down.
I know, but why would they do that?
Why do you think they would do that?
I'm not sure.
Well, I would think that only one reason you'd want to shut something down, because you're afraid of getting busted, right?
I don't know. They're running around doing their thing. They don't look too scared to me. You know?
Yeah, they're scared. They were scared. They were scared to ever get the focus on them. Did you ever take note that Donald wanted to talk about the yellow car that had already been cleared, but he got caught in a crossfire when people was asking about Summer? And he used this yellow car that he knew already had been cleared to throw it under the bus to get the focus off of what everybody was on, and that was his daughter that night. And he just threw that yellow car right under the bus that he knew had already been cleared by law enforcement. And I watched that happen. I watched that happen because he panicked. He panicked and did that. And right then and there, I was like, son of a bitch. They guilty.
Did you ever believe anything about the red Toyota truck? Did you think that was just something that was thrown in there to throw a curveball to this case?
I think that was a made up bunch of bullshit by Jody Sue Brown. And okay. I, you know, The scream. I truly believe, Summer did scream. I don't know what happened, but I truly believe that she was screaming, yes.
Is it possible that Candace wasn't at home when Summer disappeared, that she was only there with her brothers and Grandma was asleep?
Nope, not at all.
You don't believe,
Nope.
You don't believe that? Okay.
Not for 5 minutes do I believe that. No,
Okay.
because when Summer came up missing, it was, they didn't even get home till 3:15, and they hadn't ate all day. And the one thing I know about Candace is she was hungry as hell, right? She was just as hungry as everybody else, because even her big ass hadn't had no food yet. So, with that being said, of course she took that ass in the house, and she wanted to get something to eat as well after packing the things in. So that's going to throw us up to 4 o'clock. And so, no, absolutely not. That's about the time. That's right when the scream was coming through. You're right. So, nope. Candace was there. If there was a red truck, then it was the red truck that was supposed to pick her up. And Don said he said that in the picture he was crying. That picture was taken like a week or so before she disappeared. He was crying, and he plainly stated that he knew the time was running out, right? So that sounds to me like some premeditated plan, something that they had agreed to previously, and they carried it out, right?
Well, the only thing that would cause you to do something like that all of a sudden, like that drastic, is the pressure would start getting a lot stronger, and you just knew, like you said, it was getting closer. They knew that CPS was going to show up soon, and they weren't sure how that was going to turn out, but I think they were afraid that everything would just, bust out. Whatever they were coming for, they must have been worried about going somewhere, to prison or jail or something, to make something like that happen so fast. They lived a normal life up to that day, right?
Right. They was, well, not normal, because he was crying a week and a half before in the picture holding her. And that corresponds with what Dudley said about him being at work, caught him sitting in a bathtub in one of those units, bawling, looking like he lost his best friend, right? So whatever
to save their own necks.
So whatever their decision was, whatever their decision was to do with their daughter, for whatever reason they done it, which I don't know why they did it. I don't know if it was something that they wasn't able to take her to the doctors for, and they felt they had to rid of her, or if they indeed, made a deal with someone else, for, the gain of money. I'm not sure what they did, but I can guarantee you, just like law enforcement's looking at them, I ain't sure what they done. But whatever happened to Summer, in my opinion, the Wells definitely know. The Wells definitely are behind it. That's why they were not hanging up flyers. That's why they were able to tell you that, it was a waste of time going out there in the middle of the woods searching for her. When you tell people where someone's not, then you must know where they are, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. Even though we know all of this and law enforcement knows all of this, to know and be able to prove is two different things, right?
Well, there's a little girl that got taken off of a bus in North Carolina. I've been reading up on that case, and it wasn't very long. They had both parents in jail. I mean, it was quick on that North Carolina case. Once that little girl came up missing, they didn't have a good reason why that little girl wasn't there. It should have been off that bus and inside that house. You know, they waited like 3 months before they told anybody about that little girl missing. 3 months, I think it was.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I think she was like 12 years old, I believe. She was an older girl, but still a missing girl like Summer. Same scenario. Parents were at home, but the little girl's gone. I mean,
oh yeah.
Everybody wants them in jail. Why
not? I don't understand it. I don't understand, you know, why they haven't been prosecuted. I don't know why they were handcuffed and took downtown as soon as she said she put the child in the house and it disappeared in 2 minutes.
I agree.
I would have told her she's going to have to make up a better story than that if she expects me to fucking believe it, right?
Huh.
I mean, I would have told her, turn around, you're handcuffed. And it wouldn't have been come back next week for a lie detector's test. It would have been wake your ass up, buddy. Today's the day to get it done. You know, either refuse it or get it done. There ain't no go home, sleep, and research how to pass the lie detector's test and what you could take to slow down your heart rate so you can get some and get that done, right?
Yeah, there's ways of fooling that's why it's not reliable in court. I mean, they know there's ways that you can fool the lie detector test. It can be a bad
anything, any drug that'll slow down your heart rate, your pulse, you can pass. That's the main key to it. I mean, hell, I think it was.
I took a lie detector test on a job when I was younger, and I'm telling you, when they wire you up and you're in that chair, you know whatever's getting ready to be asked. You can tell that they're looking for something, you know, to find something. Whatever those questions are, you don't know the questions ahead of time, so you just have to wait on each question to come out.
Yeah, but if you ain't got nothing to hide, you don't care.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have nothing to hide, then you don't care. You just, you know, sit back, go for it. I mean, as long as you're telling the truth, you have no worries.
Well, I'll never believe that she told those kids to watch that little girl when she's only 50 feet away from her house. I mean, that sounds so stupid. It's not funny. What are you afraid of her getting into? That she's lived there for 5 years. You know, I don't like that. I never believed that. They didn't watch that little girl because she had to go back over and help her mom. That just sounds stupid. I mean, some of the things she put in that very first statement.
Well, also,
animals, all that, it's just crazy.
Also, she didn't tell nobody to watch the little girl when she went out and went over to the camper the first time to see what was up with her mom, right? And why she was sitting outside, and they was stood there and talked. It sounded like longer than 2 minutes, just about, you know, BSing about flowers needing planted and one thing and another. They was talking about right there, and Summer sitting in there in the kitchen playing with her toys, and she wasn't worried about anybody watching her then. So why did she, you know, she just walked out and left her sitting there, right?
Yeah, when we were kids in my family, if my mom had to go across the street to talk to the neighbor lady, all she'd tell us kids is, I'll be back in a few minutes, and that's it. She didn't tell anybody watch this or watch that. There was no direction like that. She just let you know she'd be back in a second.
That's right.
That's more reasonable.
You better watch your damn self, because I'm going over to talk to somebody and I'll be back. And you knew, and you knew you better mind yourself, because you're probably going to get an ass whooping if you didn't, right?
Yeah.
That's just the way it was. And from what I understand, and the way they whipped off on those kids, I'm sure those kids, you know, were pretty mindful when it came to, you know, doing what they needed to be doing. But, you know, I'm not sure what they did, but whatever happened, I'm telling you, when she came in, went down that basement, she didn't know the back door was open because she didn't check it. What she was worried about,
Shoot.
what she was worried about is getting that ass back up that staircase to see how much the boys heard, seen, or knew. And she was hoping it was nothing. And once she figured out that they didn't even know how much time had elapsed, and or anything, she was just happy with that. And then when someone asked her if the doors open or was shut, she couldn't answer that because she didn't never get to that door, right?
Well, if the door was open, she would have walked outside. She wouldn't have went back up those narrow stairs.
She lied. And that's another thing. She said that she went out that door. No, she went right back up that staircase. Because I'm going to tell you something. If I went into a basement, your child's not there, you're looking everywhere, and you look at that door, first thing you're going to do is see if the door's locked or not, right? That's first thing you're going to do, because that's going to tell you if the child went out or not. That's common sense right there, is to see if any of the doors are open, right? And
if you don't check, you'll never know.
And if the door is open, then the child must have went out that door, maybe went out that door. So now you go out that door, right? And you start hollering. You start hollering the child's name. You start looking around. You start getting other people out there. But the thing you don't do is you don't go back in that door. You don't go back in that door because you already been there.
Well, the couch was the excuse to keep that door safe from people coming in and out all the time. That's what I see. They use that for an excuse.
Well,
propped up against the door.
You're making a lot of noise. Something in your background.
I just shut a door. I just shut a door. I'm sorry. I didn't realize my phone would pick up that noise. You're right. I used to be on there. Sorry about that.
It's okay. But anyway, yeah. No, it is what it is. The Wells have lied, and they've got away with all this lying, and they now think that they're going to get away with another pity party, a bunch more lying, and it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. We're not going to allow that to happen. It took us a long time to get Summer out of the dark and, back into the light. And it has, Well,
if they think everybody's just going to stop and give up, I think they're making a big mistake.
I believe so too. And, I think last night, man, was a crying freaking shame. It almost turned my stomach to sit there and hear Mary getting called a liar. To hear Lisa getting called a liar for what? Some old hag that got with Don Wells and treated those two kids, drug them around and treated those two children almost as heinous as Candace and Donald Wells treated the four. Right?
The longer those kids are away from them, the easier it's going to get for them, because, your heart can ache for only so long, and then all of a sudden, you just finally realize that whatever you're trying to do is not going to work, and they'll go along their happy life and, do the things they always like to do, and they'll deal with whatever comes later. That's how I see it.
They've been doing that since day one. Don Wells did not want the billboard, big red flag, right? Then Don Wells did not want, he didn't want that reward fund. He tried to get it shut down at one time, if everybody remembers correctly. He did not want to hang up flyers. Him and Candace did not hang up one fucking flyer. They didn't go to that fair and hand out flyers. They done nothing to find their daughter. Why? I'm telling you right now, because they know where she went. That's why. Now, I put up with a lot of crap from the beginning of all this when people saying, No, PG, you don't understand. People treat things differently. There's different ways people treat grieving and everything. Okay, I understand we all grieve differently, but I'm not talking about grieving. I'm talking about finding your damn child. And any parent with a missing child busts that fucking ass to find them. When you don't know what happened to your child, then you want searchers on the ground searching. You want everything to be done that can be done. You got your ass out there knocking door to door, handing out them flyers, stuffing them in mailboxes, putting them on window sills. If a fair comes to town, you're there. You're there looking. You're there handing shit out. They ain't a damn one of us do that any differently. But everybody somehow try to consolidate it all to some grieving process. No. Grieving is totally different from getting off your ass and finding your child.
And I just felt like he lost hope too early. I mean, it's almost like he gave up, without any kind of hope. That bothered me. You'd be out there driving every day and every night, whatever time you had to go to alert people in case someone saw her, so she could come back. You wouldn't just sit at home and just, do your thing.
You know what?
That little girl can't find her way back. She's too small.
You know what? Michael Vaughn's mother knocked on the very door of the people accused right now of doing what they did to her son. She knocked on that very damn door with a flyer in her hand. Now, let me tell you something. Don Wells and Candace Wells wanted to blame Allie. They wanted to blame Allie and Hunter, right? But Candace wasn't knocking on the door to look for her daughter. She wasn't knocking on their door 2 days later to hand them a flyer. She knocked on their door 2 days later to say, what the hell did you tell law enforcement? You need to keep your fucking mouth shut. You don't need to be talking about the shit that we did on June the 15th. Don't be discussing things. That's what she knocked on that door about, right? Had nothing to do with her little girl. We need to think about that. And she comes in here tonight. She comes in here tonight into my chat talking about she's for Summer. She's all about Summer. No, that fucking bitch ain't been for or about her daughter since day one. And I know that because I thought it was so awesome they were going to that fair and be able to hand out a shit ton of flyers to get Summer's name and picture and everything out there. And she tells me, no, sissy, no, it's not about her. Yeah. I'm like, what? What the fuck? It's all about her. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm going to tell you what, I almost fell over in my seat. What fucking mom with a missing kid says that shit? Right? And you guys, and these are the people that, Daisy wants to call Mary a liar for? Oh, hell no. I'm sorry. I love Miss Daisy. I do. But no. Absolutely not. No. Mm-mm. Oh, no.
Yeah. It may be an opinion, but you got to be careful what your opinion is because it could
I'm going to tell you.
be totally wrong.
The Wells have attacked everybody. They have attacked Hunter and his family. They've attacked Fred Hill. They have attacked the yellow car. They've attacked Mr. Dobbs. They've attacked everybody. But you know what? They don't like being attacked, right? They attack everybody else, but when the focus gets on them and the hard questions start getting put to them, they shut down, right? They should look at them. Oh, now they got gag order. They can't be out here. They can't talk. I'm going to tell you right now, that gag order is bullshit. Pure and utter bullshit. They've got a missing daughter that needs to be found. And they have our constitutional right to be out here. Freedom of speech to talk and about her, to ask people to help find her. They can talk about Summer all they want. because the court system nor Child Protective Services or anyone else has any control of Summer, because Summer is missing. And Summer is their child, and they have every damn right. How the hell will it look for a court system or Child Protective Services if they try to tell parents of a missing child, you can't talk about that child? That would be a freaking uprising and outrage out here. Right? No, and I'm telling you now, they're not doing it. The Wells are liars. They don't want to talk about their daughter, because you know why? They're fucking guilty as hell, right, Don and Candace? You're guilty as fucking hell. You know, and I know what I want to know is where's Summer, and what the hell happened from 3:15 to 6:30. Why don't you come out here and tell us about that, Candace? Why don't you fit that timeline in there? Right? Because from what Jody Sue said,
I'm not waiting on a deathbed confession. I know that, because they're not going to say, you know, they could be on their last breath. I don't think they're going to tell anything.
well, I'm going to tell you what, if Don Wells wants to get that ass in heaven, he better tell it. If he wants to get that backside in heaven, he better tell it, right? He better clear his fucking conscience that day. He better be telling it. Because even the Bible says we are to confess our sins out loud. There you go, Don Wells. Not, you know, you're not supposed to just bow your head and say it to God. You're supposed to out loud. Right? There you go. That means you got to put it in somebody else's ear.
I think they're too scared to tell the truth.
Hell yeah, because they're going to jail for a long time. If they indeed, you know, if something was wrong with Summer that they had to, you know, to get, like, do something to get rid of her, do you think they're ever going to tell it? Because then Don's got something on Candace and Candace got something on Donald. They both in on it together. And from Jody Sue said she was there that day. She said Candace didn't take no damn nap. They didn't plant no fucking flowers. Right? She said that timeline was all bullshit because she was there. Now she's putting her ass at the scene of the crime. There you go, Jody Sue. So I think Jody Sue needs to tell law enforcement what the hell happened, since she's telling all of us that she was there. Right?
I don't know if they'll believe her.
Well, you know what? She needs to be... With what she just said, she incriminated the hell out of herself, and she needs to have to take a polygraph test. She should have to take a polygraph test. Because she placed her ass... If any of us would have said what she did, and I don't give a damn if it was in a bar to another drunk, we would be pulled in and we would ask to take a polygraph test, right? So her ass should be pulled in and asked as well. Now, why is law enforcement not doing why are they not doing their job on this case? Why are they not doing their job? You know, you would think that the red truck belonged to law enforcement's family that pulled up there and took her. And that's why they don't want to do what it takes to do the case, right?
Well, law enforcement said they've done everything they possibly can so far through all the interviews, all the things that were called in, the tips. It's just something that's not normal.
You know,
why isn't it normal?
I have always found that when people say I have done all I can, there was a hell of a lot more they could have done. Right? I mean, anytime we finish a job, we realize there's a lot more we could have did. Right? Either to speed that job up or to done it slower, to done a better job, right? Or there's something. Maybe we could have used a different color. there's always something you could have done more, right? So I don't want to hear that shit that they've done all they can do, because no, you fucking ain't done all you could do. There's always something more you can do. We seem to find plenty to damn do.
Why didn't they take her and handcuff her the night that happened and just take her in, or at least take her downtown, and like they do most people?
Exactly.
Involved in something like that.
Exactly.
Why did they take her in that night? Why did they let her stay home? I don't get that.
I don't either.
Sorry.
I don't either. Because I think that night that Don and Candace was letting them. I'm going to tell you, Don and Candace are criminal minded, because when they brought the dogs, they let their dogs mess up the dogs and they laughed about it. I mean, they actually, when they talked to me about it, it was like, hey, we should get a trophy for doing that little dirty thing right there, right? And they were sniggering. So that right away told me that they fucked that sin up on purpose. And I figured that, because we all know to put the dogs away, right? If something's going down and the police are coming, or the mailman or company, you don't want the dogs out there messing everything up, or people being afraid. So that's just, common everyday sense. Them fuckers got everyday common sense, I'm sure. But, they're criminal minded, so they did a criminal act right there and then. Then they wanted to tear up the crime scene, and what better way to do it than letting law enforcement believe she wandered off at first. And that's what they were doing. Then once the crime scene, the people's trampling everywhere, it was, no, somebody took her. Right? We knew that. We knew it. I mean, we knew it right from the get-go. That she was took. Well, yeah, that's possible, Donald. If you was crying in that picture and already had set up for someone to take her, right? If you knew that something was going to happen with her, of course you were crying in the picture. You was at work looking like you lost your best friend, because you knew that you're a fucking piece of shit. And however it went, your daughter had to go, right? Whether it was for money or if it was for some other reason. That was disgusting. Exactly.
Well, that's too bad. That young girl, she couldn't control everything that was going on. She was the victim of that crime, and it's just hurtful sometimes to see little children like that. I mean, it's being done more and more these days. I mean, when we were younger, we could play out in the street till midnight, and we didn't have to worry about any half of this stuff going on. I mean, it was safe. We left our doors unlocked all the time.
Donald will never be your sissy. Candace in the chat. I'm going to tell you what, Candace, a lady of my stature wouldn't fucking let Domwell smell where she pissed. I'll let you know that right now. Nobody wants your fucking Donnie. Okay? The one that, did things to his little stepsister. The one that, was fucking you while he was married, and you was living right there in him and his wife's house, and being nasty enough to do that as well. Right? Honey, let me tell you something. If they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. Now, and you surely know that, right, Candace? Because he was fucking your best friend on your damn couch too. You know what it felt like to be Pam in your own house. Right, Candace? Who in the hell wants your fucking Donnie? Are you out of your mind? Why don't you want your daughter? Why don't you want your daughter to be found? Why don't you step up and speak up? What happened to your child? Actually, Candace, you can get the fucking hell out of my chat, because I'm going to tell you right now, I do not support you, bitch. I don't. You are a fucking suspect. Get the fuck out of here. Save your ass for Miss Daisy's chat, where they are willing to be nice to you. Because over here, I'm not. You're as guilty as fucking homemade sin, and you damn know it. Get the fucking hell out of here. I talked to you motherfuckers long enough to understand who the real fucking snakes in this whole thing is. And it's you. And why you did that with your little girl, I don't know. I don't know. And then you sit there and you act like it was fucking K to do it. Well, you know what, bitch? Now you ain't even going to get your boys back. Right? So you look at fucking Donnie and you see everything that he cost you. Take a good damn look at him, Candace. He didn't go through no pain having them kids, but you did, bitch. He didn't go through anything raising them, but you did. And he ruined your whole fucking life now. So you know what? Suck that up. Get the fuck out of my chat. Somebody wanting her piece of shit fucking Donnie. Some dude that sticks his finger in dogs' asses. Are you fucking kidding me? That bitch is insane. Oh, Molly, I appreciate it, sweetie. Tell her, PG. Tell that woman no one wants her man. Hell yeah, nobody wants her man, do they? I don't even think that bitch wants him. She just feel like she's stuck with him because his ass, you know, they right now is who's going to take who down first, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. Them two dogs have to stay together. Wow. People like that man sicken me. They sicken me. Hey, how you doing, Daisy? I just got off the phone with her. It's not. Well, it sure sounds like her. And even if it was her, she still tell you, Daisy, ain't her. She still tell you she ain't in here even if she was. Candace Bly is a liar. She is a liar. Molly, check Candace's Bly's date. I promise you that's Candace Bly. That's Candace. Trust me. It is Candace. No doubt in my mind, that ain't Candace. And then she has the nerve to lie to Miss Daisy. And her and Dawn sitting there laughing right now. Cracking their asses up. I know it. I know it. And I'll tell you how I know it. Because that's the games they play, right? That's the kind of games they play right there. They love to play their little games. If I was still friends with them, they'd be calling me on the phone, telling me all about how they're in the chat talking to one person and letting this other nosy person know that they're not. And everybody be cracking up laughing. Because this is the shit games they play. Oh, I guarantee you it is. Maybe someone hacked her. No, nobody hacked her. It's hers and Dawn's games. I'm telling you, I know them motherfuckers like the back of my hand. I know every game they play. They are two devil advocates. Them motherfuckers are horrible. They're horrible. And I don't know everything that I know because I'm a fucking devil's advocate. No. I know everything I know because I've had to fuck with devil's advocates too long. Right? Done been there. Done been there many fucking times. Bunch of shit motherfuckers, man. I don't know why people are so evil. I don't know why they're so fucking cruel, and I don't know why they play games. And if I was law enforcement down in Tennessee, their motherfuckers be in prison. Trust and believe that. I would have interrogated that bitch ass Candace the same night she gave that 2-minute story. I'd interrogated that bitch. She would have done broke down. She'd have done told everything, and they would have done been in prison. That law enforcement down there sucks out the ass, right? There you go, Mr. Ronnie Lawson. You people suck. Right? Oh, well, Well, if you live in Tennessee, you better be able to defend yourself because the police ain't gonna get there for 5 fucking hours. They ain't gonna get to you for 5. You better have a slingshot and a fucking rock, because around here you ain't allowed to have no guns. Right? Bunch of dumb bastards. What the hell? I wouldn't live in fucking Tennessee if you paid me. Shitty ass shithole. Only thing Tennessee has is a beautiful sky. One end to the fucking other. Make sure you live on one side or the other of it, right? Because you sure the hell don't want to live in it. That place ain't no God's country.
I just wish they would get as bad as we are. They don't act like they're too mad about it.
How can you be mad about it when you're the one that did it? Right?
No, I mean, I'm talking about Lawson and the law enforcement, FBI on it. Why aren't they as bad as we are?
I'm going to tell you what Ronnie Lawson was. Ronnie Lawson was pissed off as hell. Ronnie Lawson came out and said, no, there is no signs of an abduction. None. Absolutely none. He came out and said, they ain't cooperating with no damn police. They lawyered up. Right? He told on them bastards. You know what Ronnie Lawson told everybody? They're guilty motherfuckers. And we wish we could prove it. And in time we will. In time we will. And I truly believe that. Ronnie Lawson said he ain't going to let this case run cold. And I believe that too, because it ain't cold yet. It's still on fire. It's burning hot. So, Don Candace.
Well, I hope he shows up at their front door and knocks on the door with the arrest warrant. I'd like to see him standing there and let them open the door and see his face.
I'm sure they will. I'm going to tell you something. Ronnie Lawson's he's got a long hand of the law, man. Ronnie Lawson, that motherfucker right there, he is definitely from the South. He is definitely, the only thing missing is his dog, right? Trust me. Ronnie Lawson could run a chain gang and have no mercy on the people chained up as well. So I'm going to tell you right now, that man right there, he's going to definitely, that Pruitt, Mr. Prune, I don't know about. But Ronnie Lawson, Don Wells, he's definitely going to make sure that your asses get everything that's coming to you in the long run. Trust and believe that. He don't give a flying fucking rat's ass what you say about him, period. He's got his eye on you, and he still has his badge. Don Wells' ass in trouble. You know what Don Wells hopes? Is Ronnie Lawson ain't there any longer. Because he knows as long as Ronnie is there, he better keep an eye over his fucking shoulder. Right? Ronnie Lawson ain't a damn thing to Don Wells. He has no relation at all. Period. No blood dear whatsoever. Don Wells and Candace are nothing but fucking outsiders in Tennessee. They're outsiders. They don't even belong there. They didn't care a whole lot for Don's mother coming in there.
They definitely have made a bad name for themselves. I don't think they're ever going to get away from that.
So what, Candace, if I did live in Tennessee? So what if I did? That ain't none of your fucking business. I ain't got a 5-year-old missing. You do. I ain't the one lying my ass off about everything and playing fucking games. You are. Right? Are you kidding me? You're freaking kidding me. Where I live ain't none of your business, Candace. But where you live is everybody's business. Because you have 3 children that our tax dollars have to keep up. You have a missing child that our tax dollars has to pay and has paid a hell of a lot trying to find this child. All the time while you was playing games, laughing, right? Not looking for your child, fucking lying a mile a minute, handing out no flyers, didn't want no billboards, didn't want no reward fund. You ain't done a damn thing for your little girl. Not a damn thing but pack up all of her shit, give it away, and just keep enough to keep the pity party coming in for you. You fucking piece of shit. Are you fucking kidding me? 8 fucking months Dawn's in jail. She runs off to another state instead of staying there to see if her daughter was going to be found or not. Really? You care about your daughter? You're the one that said put her on the... I got to set her aside. I got to forget about her. Because, you know, I got to be doing me and my boys. They're still here. So you admit it right there, your daughter is more than likely deceased, right? Donald, I will see her in the resurrection. And that was what? I believe the same night she came up missing.
Wasn't very long.
I heard it was the same night. That very night he was saying it.
I've never seen anything like that about anybody missing my family.
Man,
I'd never even go there.
I'm going to tell you, unless you knew something, you're not going to say that. Because you know what? No parent can give up hope. No parent could give up hope. And you're right. You're right. Even if it was a brother or a sister or it, you would tell, if someone else said it, you tell them shut their fucking mouth, wouldn't you? We're going to find them. I mean, it would make you crazy to hear someone else say it. No way in hell you could say it yourself.
That means you're never going to see him again. And who wants to believe that?
Right.
I mean, we want him back, right?
Right. Exactly, man. Exactly. I mean, we are dealing with two people that have no fucking heart. I don't think they, you know, they ain't even got a soul, right? They ain't even got a soul in them. I don't understand it. Oh, she said, it is Dawn. It is Dawn, not Candace, so fuck off. Oh, so this is Donald we're talking to, not Candace. Donald is using Candace's account to talk to everyone. He's using Candace's account to talk to everyone. There you go. That's Donald. That's Donald. So, you know, Donald, you seem to be awful mad. You seem to be awful mad now that the focus, you know, law enforcement, I think law enforcement would like to talk to you, Donald, about you crying in that picture because you knew that your daughter was about to be gone. I think they would love to talk to Dudley too about you being at the work and looking like you lost your best friend around the same time, right? So it sounds to me like it was a premeditated plan to get rid of your daughter for some reason. Now, what was that reason? Why don't you tell us what that reason was, Donald? Was it for money? Or was it for some other sick reason? You couldn't take her to a doctor for it? You couldn't take her to a doctor? So what was the reason? What was the reason?
Whatever it was, it went too far.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Exactly.
It went too far, and they couldn't do anything about it.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Exactly. Exactly. You know,
Too far.
I'm going to tell you what.
That's that problem.
I'm going to tell you what, Don Wells, I don't care what happened. June the 15th, 2021, I don't care what happened. Bottom line is, you and your old lady are the main suspects. I truly agree with law enforcement. You're the guilty motherfuckers in all of this. I truly believe that. And I truly believe at some point you're going to have your asses arrested for whatever you did to this baby. And you know what? I think there's a special place in hell for motherfuckers like you and Candace Wells. There you go. That's what I think. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. You fucking jackass. Right? You're a fucking jackass. It's a damn shame. A damn shame. And what's even more shameful is to sit there and watch Mary poor Mary, catch all that heat of being a liar when you know for a damn fact Mary told the truth. Mary told the truth. Everything that came out of her mouth about you and Jeannie was truthfulness. And you know it. I know it. And you know it. God knows it. God knows it. And it's just a damn shame. An absolute shame. How's it feel, Don Wells? How does it feel? How does it feel to be you? How does it feel to be scared because you know you're guilty as fuck? How does that feel? How does it feel to know that when God unearths your daughter, your ass is going to fucking prison for a long time? Because at that point, they'll know. They'll know exactly why she had to disappear. Right, Donald? And I don't think you hit her that good. We got a powerful God. Last I checked, all things are possible with God. Even finding Summer. Oh, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. He said, fuck all of us now. Fuck you all. Right? No, fuck you. There you go. It's not fuck us, it's fuck you. Where's Summer? Where's Summer? Where's Summer, Donald? Huh? My wife ain't here. She's at her friend's house. Well, we know that's bullshit because Miss Daisy called your old fucking wife and she said it ain't her on the internet. Right? And from my understanding, Daisy called her right there at home. Right? How could she be at home when Daisy calls and now she's gone, right? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of noise in your background.
Why would he hide behind a different name? Why doesn't he just come right out as himself? I don't understand. What's he trying to hide?
Who is in your background?
I thought he wasn't going to go on social media.
I heard somebody in your background, caller.
Oh, what dog came up to look at me? I'll have to get him out of here.
Oh, that's your dog making that noise?
Yeah, Max. He talks human sometimes. Come on, Max.
Yeah, he sounded human.
Yeah, he's over here laying down. Come up to see me. Come on. Let's go. Go. All right, go, buddy. I'll see you in a minute. Go down. He comes upstairs to see me sometimes. Okay, he's gone.
Yeah. Somebody says possibly a husky.
He's a rescue dog. I got it about 7 years ago.
What kind of dog is he?
I'm not really for sure. I think he's just a mutt. Good old mutt. He's a good old boy mutt, I guess. I asked the vet that a couple of times, and he says, well, part Rottweiler, but I don't know what the other parts are.
Somebody said, oh my God, the dog's talking. Yeah, it actually sounded like it was talking, right? I was like, who was that?
Yeah, he's definitely different, but he's fun to be around. I'm glad I got him.
Yeah. So what do you think, caller? What do you think happened to little Summer?
I mean, I think we're hitting our heads against a rock. I think that we've done everything we can from the outside to get the people that are involved to say something or speak up, and they're not going to do it. I mean, now it's just a matter of they're going to make it into a, I hate you, no, I hate you, no, I hate, it's a hate game now. I mean, they don't care about anybody helping them. I've offered a couple of times. I've sent stuff saying I'll come right there and pay for all the gas and drive from city to city and put our picture out there and, whatever it takes. And they won't even take my offer up. And, I don't have any interest in trying to make money off this case. I'm trying to help them find the little girl, but by them not answering my request as an outsider makes me think they don't need my help because there's no reason for help. That's how I look at it.
Exactly.
They don't have any reason.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to help.
And there's been tons of people. We had one creator had damn near, I know it was over 500 people willing to go up there. And there was more getting on board. There was so many more getting on board. I mean, by the time it was done, you would have had people standing hand to hand all the way through the Wells property. Every inch of it, there would have been a person standing there. If Summer would have been anywhere, we would have seen her. And you know what? They said no checking our property. Matter of fact, that's a request from a lawyer, right? Somebody's trying to call in, caller. Let me switch over.
All
right. Don't know what happened to him. I tried to answer. Didn't let me switch over. Okay. I just have to wait and see if they call back, maybe. I don't know. They know what they are waiting on. Lock the pieces of shit up. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I say too. And somebody's still thinking about your dog. They said it's a cool dog. We got Priscilla Wells in here. So, Candy. I said it's really Dawn. So, Dawn, are you and Pam still in love, like you said? No. Dawn's in love with Jeannie. It's Jeannie Dawn's in love with. If Jeannie was willing to take Dawn right now, Pam and Candace would be history, right? Because he's got a real fetish, some kind of something for this Jeannie. Absolutely. I think you're right, I think you're right about that. CJ says Don doesn't know how to love anyone or anything. You got that right. You know, some humans don't. Some humans don't know um, how to love anybody because they're too self-centered, self-absorbed. They don't feel like they have room in their life for anyone else but them, right? I can't say Don likes them young. I think Don likes anything he can get, right? That's what Don likes because his first wife was like, his mother's age when he got with her. Yeah, he lied about that. He so freaking lied about going anywhere and picking up anything. That was a damn lie. He was in his basement all substance out from whatever he got off of Andy. He wasn't even gone. He was right there at home in the basement. When Candace said, he took off. He did not go nowhere. That was fucking bullshit. Candace is always lying. Eleven acres of property, and he wouldn't let none of us up there. Even the caller on the phone says, hey, I was willing to go as well. They don't want our help because they already know what happened. No reason. They know there's no reason to be looking. They made a decision to do whatever was done that day. They made a decision to do whatever they did that day and cover it up. And that's exactly what they're doing, and law enforcement knows it. Are you still with us, caller?
Yes, I am.
There's a lot of noise coming from there. A lot of squeaking. Something squeaking real bad. Yeah, my caller is still on the line. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to show everybody what Don and Candace did. I appreciate you calling in, man. It was really nice of you. Are you still there?
Yes.
I'm going to play a couple videos out, and the squeaking coming from your background, the people in chat won't be able to hear. So.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you calling in.
That other call was online, but it acts like it quit.
God bless and much love, man.
All right.
All right. Yeah, there was a lot of squeaking going on. I don't know what was going wrong with this phone. Or else he had something, maybe a fan or something going. I don't know. Somebody said, thank God. Yeah, it might be a speaker. Right, it might be a speaker. Yeah. Anyway, and I'm gonna show everybody. Don and Candace and how truthful they are, right? I'm going to show how truthful, upstanding, uprighteous, truthful humans they are, right? Let's hear this.
She loved to be outside all the time. That was her, unfortunately, her downfall. Because a lot of times the boys would be inside and we'd be like, where's Summer? Why'd you leave her out there alone? you know, go get Summer now, you know, and that's happened over and over again. And we'd come out and she would always be close by, but we was always coming up. She had to be outside. She was an outdoor person. And
She loved to be outside.
Yep. And I'm so afraid that she's locked.
Now, let me back that up. Let me back that up because we want to hear Candace. We want to hear you, Candace. You mother freaker, listen to what Candace
She
says.
loved to be outside.
Yep.
She loves to be outside. Listen.
She loved to be outside.
Yep. And be outside. She was an outdoor person.
Now listen to what Candace says.
And
She loved to be outside.
Yep.
She loved to be
I'm so
outside.
afraid that she's locked away. She's such a loving heart and everything, and I'm afraid that she won't be able to, you know, I'm locked away where she can't be outside or play with a puppy or anything, love nature, you know, and that's my greatest fear, that she's not able to.
He looks exactly the same way. His eyes look exactly the same way they did in the picture when he was holding Summer a week and a half before, right? Right? Same way he looked when he was holding his daughter. Right here in this picture. Take a look at that. What does it tell you?
Do any of these things anymore,
outdoors.
or that she could possibly, you know, I don't want to think she's dead, but it's a possibility. She loved. I
don't want to think, but it's a possibility. We'll see her in the resurrection. Yeah, Donald, you know. You don't have to think, you know. But listen to what Candace says here. Now you plainly heard Candace say she loved the outdoors, right? Donald said she loved outside. Candace said she loved the outdoors. Yep, she loved the outdoors. Now listen to this, Candace.
He said that too. He said she was real close to Summer.
I was close to Summer, but I was happy because, like, the boys would always want to be with me because I like to fish and hunt and go camping and do, you know, outdoor stuff. And, you know, Summer, she was more like her daddy, wanted to be indoors and, you know, do that kind of thing. So I was so happy when she was born because he had something that me and the boys shared. He had something that with Summer like that.
Oh, so now Summer loves the indoors. Let's listen.
Always want to be with me because I like to fish and hunt and go camping and do, you know, outdoor stuff. And, you know, Summer, she was more like her daddy, wanted to be indoors and, you know.
What? And these are the people. Mary's a liar. Mary's a liar. But not the Wells. Oh, the Wells are forthcoming. Upright, upstanding, truthful. Right? Not. I'm afraid, I'm afraid to tell you. No. Nope. Absolutely. Don and Candace Wells are the fucking liars. Pam Wells, I don't know what fucking rock she crawled out from under, but now she's out here fucking lying that tongue off too, right? She's got that twisted two-forked tongue going and, trying to make everybody else into liars now. Why? No, Pam, you said it. You said it to multiple people. Those multiple people know you said it. Like, shame all over your fucking face. Right? Shame all over your face, bitch. You go and say all of these ugly things about Donald, and you want people to believe them. You sit there and get pity parties telling these people what a horrible person Don Wells is and how he did horrible things. And then now you're out here acting like these people are liars. Just saying that you said that stuff. No, you said it and I believe it. You need to go crawl back under whatever fucking rock you got out from, right? That's what you need to do. Because the people out here are not nice. They are not nice. And they know the truth. And I'm going to tell you something. You know, I didn't like Chris M because I felt that the Utah case gave Donald an opportunity to put Summer into the dark the way he wanted to by using that case, because he had done research and knew he wasn't going to go to jail for it. And he could really get it stirred up and going and keep all the focus on it instead of Summer. And yes, I was very upset with Chris M for giving Donald that ammunition to do what he done to get the focus off of Summer's case. I knew what Don was doing. Right? But you know what? Mary came out here. She came out here because she really cared. And she really wanted to warn people about what kind of human beings Don and Candace Wells was. Especially Donald. And she, like everyone else, including myself, what's the matter there, Donald? Oh, fuck off, Prayer Garden. What happened to your vocabulary, Donald? You dumb bitch. You dumb bitch. Your favorite 2 words. Right? Get you a little upset, don't I? Do I get you a little upset showing everybody the same fucking teary-eyed look in your face as you had when you was holding your daughter a week or so before that? When you just knew she was going to be gone? Because it's probably premeditated. Yeah, I think they need to pull your ass in and give you another lie detector's test, bitch. Right? You ain't got no brains at all. If you and your old lady had any brains, you'd at least let your daughter been found. You'd at least been smart enough to put her somewhere where she'd have been found. So people could at least lay her to rest. And then you probably wouldn't be catching so much hell right now. But you that special kind of evil, right? You don't only want to do it, but you want to make sure you hide it. And you hide it good. Well, you made your fucking mistake right there. Because we know if anyone else, if she would have been abducted, like every other kid abducted, you would have found her. Right? People that abduct children end up leaving them where they'll be found. Because even they ain't that fucking evil. But you don't want her to be found. Because if she was found, it's going to tell all the story of exactly what the reason that she shouldn't have been found. Right? It's going to show. You don't want her to be found. Because then they'll know why you guys had to do what you did. And that's just my opinion. And I think that my opinion is fucking 100% right. Right, Donald? Come on down. I done won that big car. Right? I done won that big car. 100% right, Donald. Bitch. And then you want to come out here and attack poor Mary and Lisa. Come on, man. You know what you and Candace need to do? You 2 motherfuckers need to go hide the way you hid your daughter. Yeah, before your ass ends up in prison. Right? Because people's on to you now. Everybody's on you, Donald. Everybody's staring at you. Everybody. All you did for Miss Daisy is get her attacked. That's all you done. All you done for Miss Daisy is get everybody to be angry. And she didn't deserve that. But that's what you did to Cher. It's what you did to all the other creators, because that's what you and fucking Candace get off on. You get off on everyone hating one another out here, while you two sit back and laugh, right, Donald? Yeah, you do. Well, you know what? Nobody's sitting back and laughing anymore. And I don't dislike Miss Daisy, and I've heard some of the other creators say they don't either, because they ain't going to give you fuckers what you want this time. Nobody's going to give it to you. Nobody's going to go at Miss Daisy. You trust and believe that. I'm PG. I will tell you everything. Call me. No, Donald, you call me. The number's at the top of the fucking screen. You call me. You call me. I ain't calling you. I have no fucking desire to call you. Not at all. I got a number. It's in the chat. You want to talk, call me. I won't put you on the live. I ain't putting you on this live. If I tell you I won't put you out here, then I don't. But you want to talk to me, you call me. I'm not fucking calling you. I ain't Miss Daisy. I'm sorry. I ain't doing it. You seriously want to tell everything? Then you mother freaking call that number. Right? I'm right here. And you better do it quickly, because once I end this live, that phone goes off and it don't come back on until I have another live. There you go. There ain't no talking to me. You want to talk to me, you only talk to me when I'm on my lives. Exactly. Call TBI fine. Tell them what the hell happened. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Look at that.
To be outside all the time, that's...
Look at that face. Look at that eyeballs. Now, let me see if I can find a picture where he's holding Summer. Hold on a minute here. Let me find that picture where he's holding Summer, because I want you to look at that face. Look at that face. I think law enforcement would be interested in this one, right? I think they would be real interested in this. I'm about to show y'all. Right here. There you go. There you go. Looky there. Looky there. You remember that picture when I was holding her? Do y'all remember that picture? I was crying. I was crying in that picture. I believe he tells us right here now.
I already knew, and I already knew that she was put into a car and taken from here.
Yeah.
I knew that from day one. I knew that from the second that it happened, but trying to explain that to the police is like trying to talk to a brick wall.
No, you wasn't trying to explain that to the police. No, you weren't trying to explain that to the police. You guys let the police bring the dogs in. You fucked them up and laughed and thought it was funny, like you done. Should have got a trophy for that one. And then no, you let them fuck up the whole crime scene. You guys knew what the fuck you were doing. You act like she wandered off at first, and then all of a sudden, when you're on the news, I could have told them that. I could have told them that. No, not at all. You knew what you were doing. You guys knew it, and the law enforcement knew what you was doing too, but it was a little too late, right, Donald? Because they already fucked up. They believed you motherfuckers wouldn't ever do nothing to your child, and they was going to find it in a few minutes because it wandered off, and then they be damn. They be damn, right? They be damn trusting y'all. They should have treated it like a crime scene right then and there, but they didn't. They didn't. Yeah, you got one over on them, but they got their asses on you right now. And I think they'll be very interested to hear this very segment that you said and look at your face and then look at your face again.
I remember you told me that you had the weird feeling. You want to explain to like the people listening about that weird feeling you had beforehand?
It's not a weird feeling. It's when the angel tells you that something is going to happen to your kid or your daughter.
It's when you fucking know that you have to get rid of something because there's nothing else you could really do. Or you think that, whatever you were offered worth way more than your fucking child in your arms, right? Don't bring no angels into this.
Which is what happened to me, and I couldn't explain it, and I didn't understand at the time.
I think you fucking fully understood it.
But I knew 4 to 5 months prior that something was going to happen this summer because an angel told me, and not with words. But you can take it for what you want. You can say that.
Oh, I'm going to fucking take it for what I want. And I think law enforcement should be taking it for what it's worth too, right? Mm-hmm.
If you want to, y'all can just say that I'm crazy, or you can all say that I'm just making up a story.
No, I don't.
I know. I don't think you're making up a story. I think that you're telling the truth, except you're not. You're using an angel instead of the real people, right? The real fucking reasons and the real people.
No, not you, Dolly. I'm just saying your audience.
Yeah.
Can say whatever they want about me.
I didn't know it.
But not you, sir. But.
And it's always not you, sir.
4 to 5 months prior, something told me that something was going to be happening this summer. And I knew something was going to happen.
4 or 5 months prior, huh? 4 or 5 months prior. What the fuck was going on then? Right? There's always that fucking risk, right? There's always that fucking risk of when you're doing dirty deeds, there's always that fucking risk that if it comes down to it, you can't control oneself. You can't take a kid to a hospital or something. Then you might have to get rid of it.
And I asked Candace to please keep a sharp eye on her because something was going to happen.
Uh-huh.
And then that picture that y'all might see on the internet or whatever, where
have you ever took note that Candace ain't ever confirmed? All these 20 months, Candace did not ever confirm that he told her something's going to happen to Summer. Now, I think if he told her that something's going to happen to Summer, she would have confirmed that. But she ain't ever confirmed it. And why? Because it's fucking not truth. She might now with a big lie because I brought it out into the open. But I've been watching you, Candace. And 20 fucking months, hon, you didn't ever confirm it. That's funny.
I was holding her when she was sleeping, and I knew something told me at that moment that the time was short at hand, that whatever was going to happen, it was going to happen soon. And this is probably a week or two prior to her disappearance.
Uh-huh.
And I was crying, and I knew that, and I said, Lord God, please. She was asleep in my arms, and I was like, Summer, I love you. I love you so much. And I just can't believe it. But I knew the time was short.
Wow. I love you. I love you so much. I knew the time's short. I love you. I love you so much. I'm crying because I don't want to have to do what's going to be done. But I got to save my own fucking ass. Right? Got to save my own fuck. What the fuck? There ain't too many things I could think of, man. And everything that my mind is thinking of, I don't want to think. I don't want to think. I don't want to think it. Self-gratification, right? Self-gratification can lead to a lot of evilness in this world. We got a guy here that got attacked by Jose for what? We all know. True seen it. True even said other things. We all know. Jody Sue, seen things. We all know. And we all know that sometimes you can't take a child to a hospital because somebody's going to prison. We all know. Look at his face. Look at his eyes. He's holding that baby. Look at his face. Look at his eyes.
That was her.
I don't think I need to say much more. I don't think I need to say much more. He knows. That's why he's able to tell you she wasn't out there lost. Guilt is all over that face. Fucking guilt. Pure guilt right there all over that face. Right? Yeah. There's really no more to be said. Don Wells needs to go to law enforcement. He needs to explain what the hell happened. Candace needs to go to law enforcement, and Candace needs to explain what the hell happened. Right? She allowed all that shit to go on under her roof. She allowed all of this to go on under her roof. She tried to tell Ernie that she didn't know. And we all know she did know. Right? We all know everything. Don't say Mary's a liar. Don't say Lisa's a liar. "20 months, Don didn't ever tell anything about that picture. 20 months. He didn't say one word about that picture because he knew that that would hang him. But he slipped up, right? He slipped up. He let it out. It's something that's been haunting him. Exactly. The only liars is Candace and Don Wells. And between the two of them, as I've always said, between the two of them, they did what they did. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Right? Don Wells has been attacking everybody. He's had me attacked. He's in the chat tonight attacking, right? But he don't like to get attacked back. He don't like to get attacked back. He hates the fucking fact. He hates the fact that, you know, all focus is on him. All I wanted out of Don Wells and Candace is to sit down and tell that timeline on June 15th, 2021. What the fuck happened that day? Just tell it. They couldn't do that. They couldn't do that, you know? They will not talk about what happened. Because they know exactly what happened. What I'm saying is, anybody in this chat right now, everyone and anyone, whether you like me, you dislike me, you agree with me, you don't agree with me. The point being is, you will agree on this. If you had a missing child, truly came up missing, you'd have no damn problem running down that timeline of that day. Minute for fucking minute, second to second, everything you could remember, you would. And you'd have no problem letting everyone know it. Because you would want your child found. And you know that you need to say everything in order to get that done. Because you need that very second in order for someone to help you say, hey. Right at that second, or right around that time, I seen so-and-so. Or I seen this or that. Because when you jog your memory to get everything out, then you jog other people's memories to remember as well. And that's important. You mention at a certain time brings memories back to other people's minds and what they were viewing and seeing at that particular time. And that's why it's important for you to come out and do what they were not willing to do. Right? They weren't willing. They wanted to fuck that timeline up because they needed to fuck it up for a reason. Law enforcement knows that. Don and Candace Wells is kidding no one. No one are they kidding. It just is what it is. And now it sounds like it could have been possibly premeditated. It sounds like it could have possibly been premeditated. And I'm sorry for that. That means that those two people plotted. Those two people plotted on an innocent child. They plotted on an innocent little girl, 5-year-old child. And how anyone could support this, I fucking don't know. That's right down disgusting, if you ask me. Absolutely disgusting. Hate me, man. Even my haters out there, and I'm talking to all my haters right now. Hate me, man, but don't hate the truth. Don't hate the truth. Because it's the truth that's going to bring this little girl home. It's the truth that's going to help us find her. And it's the truth that's going to get justice for her. Hate me, but face the truth for Summer's sake, please. Please do that. Right? For God's sake, in the name of Jesus Christ, please do that. This little girl deserves the truth to be told. And if this was premeditated, then we need to look at that, right? Law enforcement needs to look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Molly, I appreciate that. The only people don't put out flyers are them not wanting their child found. You got that right, Molly. You got that right, hon. That is the truth. I mean, there's people hang flyers up for their dogs, and these fuckers wasn't even doing it for their child. Right? Not even for their child. Wow. You talk about some fucking losers. Right? It's like you just want to stick the big L up there in your forehead and holler, loser! Right? Unbelievable. Exactly, CJ. Prove us wrong by telling the truth, right? Well, I'm going to tell you, you ain't going to ever get the truth out of these two fucking liars. Because if they told us the truth, I believe they would be in prison. And I'm pretty sure they know they would too, right? They can't tell you the truth. Don and Candace Wells won't ever be able to tell you the truth. Ever. Because if they did, that would mean that they're going to prison. And that's just my opinion. But I bet you damn Skippy I'm right. Right? It is what it is. Well, they hung up before I could answer. Sorry, caller, you need to call back because you hung up before I could answer you. So I'm sorry. I think they will too, Wolf Angel. I think they will too. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that as well. I'm sorry about that as well. Any humans that has a heart, any humans out here that have a heart does not want to see anyone, anyone burn in Hades, right? No matter your worst enemy, you don't wish that on because you're not that evil. You can't be evil like that, right? I mean, you feel sorry that people hate on you. You know, you don't know what their problem is or why they hate on you. That just means that you're a good person and they ain't. Hello, PG speaking. Yeah, I'm sorry, hon. I missed the first call. I don't know everything that happened with Summer. You know, what we are doing is we are basically, you know, I mean, fitting the pieces, the puzzle together, right? We're taking this puzzle and we're putting it together. Excuse me? So basically you're a Wells ass kisser, right? Well, I'm going to tell you what I do know, bitch. I do know that the Wells are fucking horrible, ugly son of a bitchin' people. I do know that they're motherfucking liars. I know that they don't want to talk about their fucking daughter, and they've been trying their asses off to not have to ever fucking talk about their daughter. I know that they're probably more than likely 100% fucking guilty as fucking hell, as well as you fucking know it also. So don't call my phone and tell me shit, you piece of fucking shit, asshole, bitch, you. Go fuck yourself. You hear me? There you go, you nasty fucking cunt. Sorry that bitch got to me. She could go stick that up her fucking ass tonight, right? Instead of her, and get her nose out of mine, right? She can get that nose of hers out of my fucking ass. She's a big fucking Wells ass kisser, right? Trying to lead somebody into a fucking trap, you bitch, call me up. Well, you know everything that happened with Summer, right? No, I wasn't there, bitch. I wasn't there. But I do know everything I've been told, right? I know everything I've been told leads right back to these motherfuckers. You know, the one thing I hate is someone that underestimates my motherfucking intelligence level, right? Don't underestimate my fucking intelligence level. Don't call me up and fucking think you're going to lead me down a dark alley, because I'm going to tell you what, only thing you're going to get your fucking ass whooped down in there. Don't do that. You fuck with me, motherfucker, you better get up early, go to bed fucking late, and then you still ain't going to have a chance, right? There you go. There you go. You fucking cocksuckers. Fucking call me up and talk shit to me on the phone. I ain't gonna handle that shit. Them motherfuckers want to kiss the Wells ass. I'm gonna tell you what, they can kiss mine, right? They can kiss mine as well. There you go. Kiss the backside of my ass. I'm gonna tell you what, them fucking haters better remember one thing. They need to remember one thing. I'm trying to find Summer Moon, Utah Wells. These fuckers right here ain't. Look on the screen right here. They're the ones that weren't hanging up flyers. They're the motherfuckers who weren't doing a damn thing for their daughter. They're the motherfuckers that don't even want to answer the hard questions of what happened June the 15th, 2021, right? They're the fuckers that can't give the law enforcement a proper timeline. It took them like 6 months to get I did some laundry. We planted some flowers. Got something to eat. Well, what the hell did you do the other 3 hours? Right? What'd you do the next 3 fucking hours, Candace? Before law enforcement was called. They know you're guilty as fucking hell. And as soon as they can prove it, your asses are going to be locked away. Probably for life. Right? I'm going to tell you something. This case right here, with as many ignorant fucking assholes as we have in this world, right? You got some real ignorant fucking assholes in this world that act like they can't comprehend the fucking truth. Right? Their comprehension, they ain't even got none. They ain't even got none. They're like, what'd you say? What? Really? Could you say that again? No, bitch, get the fucking hell away from me. People like that irritate the fucking hell out of me, right? Just stupid. Just stupid. And a person looking for an argument, like this particular bitch that calls me, you know, trying to lead you down a dark alley to try to, you know, set you up. No, bitch, that ain't happening. And then gets pissed off because you were smart enough to figure out what the fuck the whore was doing. Right? So she tries to go back a different way. I mean, all you're doing, bitch, is chasing your own tail on that telephone. Then you got beat the fuck down and hung up on. How do you feel? How do you feel? That's what the fuck I want to know. Because right now, I wouldn't be feeling too good. When I done got fucking told. When I fucking look like the idiot I fucking am. I wouldn't be feeling too good. Yeah, you're right, Molly. It is. I guess it is funny, hon. Seriously, I guess it is. CJ, I appreciate the support, hon. I appreciate that support. I came in here tonight because you know what? I'm very freaking upset. Very upset that Mary, Lisa, and a lot of other innocent human beings, innocent bystanders, are getting called liars. They don't deserve that, right? They don't deserve that. Absolutely not. No. That Pam lady was the liar. Why she came out lying like that, I don't know. But she is a serious fucking liar. And I don't appreciate it. I do not appreciate it at all. Everybody's offered to go help find Summer. And they don't want us to. Right? They don't want nobody looking for Summer because they already know where Summer's at. They don't want to end up in prison. They want to come out here and gaslight us, blow smoke up everybody's ass, try to get support so that nobody goes up in the air when they try. Child protective services, you know, if they think if Don and Candace Wells thinks if everybody shut it up or everybody, if somehow they could get everybody on their side, then Child Protective Services would give them back the boys. Donald, I'm about to show you how many people would be for your boys coming back into that fucking doghouse that you guys have, that sweat box. that fucking place where they ain't going to. I asked you if you got the boys back, if indeed you got the boys back, what would change? How would it be different? You couldn't answer that question. You couldn't. Probably the bitch on the phone couldn't either. Right? But he couldn't answer because there would be nothing different. Nothing different. They'd still be going hungry, dirty, same damn disgusting life they were living before. Oh, Mare, I appreciate that, hon. I absolutely appreciate that. Love you, girl. Hey, God bless. I love you too. God bless. I appreciate the support for this channel. Absolutely. God bless. But yes, I am totally and utterly just pissed the fuck off. Right? I'm pissed off. I do not know how anyone can take up for these sick people. Take a look at that. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. Take a look at this.
So the day that she disappeared, and
this right here is, I know it's going down. I know it's going down, face right there. I wish it wasn't, but it is. This is a I done fucked up face. This is, yeah.
Fortunately,
fucking pure guilt,
her
right?
downfall, because a lot of times the boys would be inside and we'd be like, where's Summer?
That was her worst downfall, is being outside.
You know, Summer, she was more like her daddy, wanted to be indoors and, you know, do that kind of thing. So I was so happy when she was born because he had something that me and the boys shared. He had something that with Summer like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Candace, you didn't even want your daughter when she was born. Shut the fuck up. Hello, PG speaking. Okay, I respect that. Mm-hmm. Okay, there was a sweet lady called in. She didn't want to be on, she didn't want to be heard. She didn't want to be on the phone. She didn't want to be on panel. So she just wanted to ask a question behind the scenes and, you know, um, just to talk for a second. But wait, PG, did she just say Summer wanted to be indoors, but Donnie said she liked being outdoors, which is it? Exactly. Exactly. Yes. They're liars. They're liars, right? And Candace said in the first one, even Candace said she loves to be outdoors. I played that. Candace, right here, this first one.
Why'd you leave her out there alone? You know, go get Summer now. You know, and that's happened over and over again. And we'd come out, and she would always be close by, but we was always coming up. She had to be outside. She was an outdoor person. And
She loved to be outside.
You know, and I'm so afraid that she's locked away. She's such a loving heart.
Now you heard Candace. Candace, listen. Candace is going to say she loves to be outside.
She was an outdoor person.
She loved to be outside.
You know,
that's Candace. She loves to be outside, right? Listen real close. I'm going to let you hear it one more time. Not just Donald saying it, but Candace is saying it too.
Again, and we'd come out, and she would always be close by, but we was always coming up. She had to be outside. She was an outdoor person.
She loved to be outside.
You know,
there you go. That was Candace. She loves to be outside. And then here Candace is saying, what are you saying here, Candace? Let's hear you.
Don said that too. He said she was real close to Summer.
I was close to Summer, but I was happy because, like, the boys would always want to be with me because I like to fish and hunt and go camping and do, outdoor stuff. And, Summer, she was more like her daddy, wanted to be indoors and, do that kind of thing. So I was so happy when she was born because he had something that me and the boys shared. He had something that with Summer like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like sit down watching Frozen and all that.
Well, boys are.
There you go. There you go. You know, she's letting you know. She's letting you know that, Summer liked to stay in the house. Now she's saying Summer liked to stay in the house. And right before that, she's saying Summer would like to be outdoors. I'm telling you, when you're a liar, you can't keep your story straight, right? When you tell the truth, it's always the same. But when you're telling freaking lies, it's always different. And that's how liars get busted, right? That's how they get caught. There you go. And yes, which was it? Did you like staying inside or outside? We will never know, right? The world may never know. I'm pretty sure we won't. But from the pictures I seen, Summer loved it outdoors. Summer loved being outside. Right? She did not care. She did not care a lot for being indoors. She does like to be outdoors. Why Candace said she loved to be indoors, I don't know. Maybe because Candace just, some people like to fucking lie. Some people, I have really been around people that can't tell you the truth to save themselves. And that's the truth. I don't know why the fuck they lied so much, but they were constantly lying. For no reason, right? No reason, just lie. I don't know. It's like they didn't know how to tell the truth. And I can't answer to, why humans are like that. But I do know this. People that are like that, people that lie all the time, they always think everybody's a liar. Because they're a fucking liar. Right? That's the truth. Absolutely. We are Summer's Army. God bless us all. But anyway, yes. Absolutely. I think, I think that we pretty much are starting to understand. I think we're pretty much starting to understand what may have happened. Right? Right here.
When I come home from work and I drove to the bottom property and I see my neighbors and my boys searching for her, I knew at that instance that what was told to me by an angel that I assume was an angel told me that
he started to say what I intended had been done, but he caught himself.
It had been fulfilled. And I could not explain that to the police or anybody else, but I knew that she was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. I love you so much. And I just can't believe it. But I knew the time was short.
Uh-huh.
So the day that she disappeared, and then when I come home from work and I drove to the bottom property and I see my neighbors and my boys searching for her, I knew at that instance that what had been...
You hearing? What had been intended... Yeah, what had been intended. Yeah. I don't need to hear no more. Right there. Right there. Right there. And right there. Right there. Take a look at that. That right there. That right there is not anger at someone else. That's anger at oneself. That's fucking self-guilt on that face. That is self-guilt right there on that face. He knows exactly what the fuck. Exactly. You done fucked up, Don Wells. Right? You done fucked up. You done fucked up. Yeah. And he took advantage of poor Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy's kindness, her caring, her love. And that's sad. That's sad. That these evil fuckers. And I try to warn Miss Daisy. I try to warn her. But she's her own person. Right? She's her own person. She wants to see the good in people. I don't want to see the good and evil. I want to, when there's a missing child, I ain't got time to be looking for the good. You got to look for the bad, right? Because the bad's what did such an evil deed. You got to face who each person you're dealing with is, right? You're looking at their good side, then you ain't going to find the answers to such an evil deed that they have done. You must look at the evil side of these people. Can they do such a heinous crime? Absolutely fucking A, they could. I'm telling you now. I know these motherfuckers can. They can. And in my opinion, they did. And you know, it ain't just my opinion. It's law enforcement's opinion also. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't still be fucking suspects 20 months later. Right? They'd have done been cleared. There you go. Hello? PG speaking. Drink another one, PG. Drink another one. Drink another one. What am I drinking? Tell me so I'll know. Oh my God. That was some nutcase, right? Drink another one, PG. What am I drinking? Hell, we both should know, right? Don't leave me out of the loop of what I'm supposed to be drinking. Right? And hell, hon, even if I was drinking White Lightning, it ain't none of your fucking business, right? Oh, nasty bitch. Won't you go knock the dust off of your fucking ass, right? Like I do my wine bottles. Right? There you go. Wow. Oh, damn. I think a lot of people just try to get Dawn and Candace on their channel for the click, likes, and views. It's not about Summer. If you're taking up for suspects, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the truth, Molly. That is the truth. And you know, I'm so sad. I'm so sad that you know, this ain't this kind of stuff right here. This kind of stuff right here just, you know, man, it ain't about all of that. I mean, I understand, you know, that it does cost money for the creators to run their channels. I you know, and I understand they need the support to keep that going. I understand better than anyone, right? But it shouldn't be about that. It should be about the children. It should be about, you know, defending the real victims in every case, not no suspects. I'm sorry I'm sorry that that's happening to people. Susan, I so appreciate the support for this channel. God bless, hon. God bless. I got super stickers. Yes. Yes. And absolutely that will help keep this channel going. And you know, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about, you know, keeping these children in the spotlight. It's about, you know, pointing out these suspects and figuring out, are they capable of doing such heinous crimes? And if that answer is yes, then we got to call it out. That's our job. That's our duty, right? That's what we got to do. And I mean, if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it probably is a duck. If they ain't hanging up flyers, they're not doing anything to seek and find their missing child, then they probably motherfucking guilty. Right? Just is what it is. I wouldn't sell my soul for anyone. That's right. That's right. I agree, Mama. You know, I'm not for sale. I'm not for sale. You know, I'm sure if I wanted to kiss the whale's ass and go at everybody and bore them and make them smell like the fucking rose out here in the sight of all the people. Sure they would be over here talking and be getting tons of click, likes, and views. I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit. I ask people to give a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up to this channel so that these children, wherever they're at, most of them's in heaven, right? Little Quentin, Kylie, the little West boys, all of these kids are, most of them we know that are in heaven, right? And I hate to say it, I think some are more than likely there too. But wherever they are, I like them to see that they've got plenty of support. And that's the only reason I ask for, the thumbs up to be hit. The only reason for them. It ain't even about me. It ain't about, anyone in the chat. It's about these children. It shows you support them. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. Rest in heaven, baby Q. He was so beautiful, so sweet, right? Man, that child captured my heart. He captured my heart. I cannot lie, that baby captured my heart like Summer did. He really did. Beautiful child. Destroyed for what? Nothing. No reason at all. No reason at all. Oh, Pat, I appreciate that, hon. I appreciate it. Super sticker. Yes. God bless. I surely appreciate the support. Absolutely. God bless. And I'm sure the good Lord will return that many times back to you, hon. I so appreciate it. As I think we hit on it. I really do think we hit on it. I've been catching so much hell, and I knew we were obviously close to something, right? I thought we were obviously close to something. And by playing the one video and really staring at his face for a minute, I said, wait, let's back up. We need to go look at that other picture. Right? Don't sound right to me. Sounds like whatever happened was premeditated. I don't know why they did what they did. I really don't. I can't answer that. I can't answer that. But I pray that God lets us find Summer so we can get those answers. I pray that God lets us find her so we can get the answers. That's their biggest fear, Summer being found. Wherever they put her, their biggest fear is someone finding her. But with God, all things are possible. So let's keep those prayers going up. Keep the prayers. I think God's pulling this all to the light, and I think Don Wells knows it. So please keep the prayers going up for this baby. I think we've had a good night tonight. I think we've actually had an excellent night tonight. I think we've all stumbled onto something that is very plausible. I think we have actually come up with something that's very plausible. It does need to be ran by TBI. I think this actually needs to be ran by TBI. So And let's hope they take it serious. Let's hope. I think they're going to take it serious, to be honest. I really think they are. And Mayor, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Oh, wow. I appreciate that, Mayor. God bless. God bless. Absolutely. Molly, thank you for bringing that to my attention. God bless, hon. God bless. I got awesome mods. They are beautiful. And Mayor, I so appreciate that. Absolutely. God bless. But yeah, I think we really I think we really are onto something. I do. And did you see Donald afraid? Call me. I'll tell you everything. I know. What you want to tell me is what you told me before. Please shut up. I'm getting in the way. Right? You were worried then. You was worried then, Donald, because I showed this picture. Right here. This is the video I played when you actually called me up and tried to play nice, and I knew something was wrong, and I knew I was onto something then. God brought me to this one tonight. And between the two, I think we pretty much have figured this one out.
To me, an angel that I assume was an angel told me that it had been fulfilled.
Oh, wow. Wow. And what fucking angel was that, Donald? Candace? That went and fulfilled it for you? Because you know what? She went out the driveway twice that day. That's why neither one of you motherfuckers are willing to talk. It's because both your asses going to be in jail, right? I really think I think he left Candace to do the dirty deed. I really do. He wanted to have an alibi. He wanted to have an alibi. So she did the dirty deed, right? Wow. And you know, it's funny, she takes only Summer with her that day. Only Summer with everywhere to be seen. Didn't take none of the boys. And Summer happens to be the very one that disappears. I'm telling you, that shit was premeditated. All of the shit that happened was premeditated. They had this set up. They had this set up. And why? Why? That's what it sounds like to me. Exactly. Every fucking bit of it. It's really not looking good for them, right? It's really not looking good for them. Yeah. And if this all happens to be the truth and the way it all went down, I think law enforcement's going to want to hire us, right? Everybody in this chat is going to get a chance to work with law enforcement. They're going to be like, damn, you guys are good, right? Because we be doing our homework. We'll be doing our homework. Since day one, absolutely. Absolutely, Peace Bug. Absolutely. Over here, we're real. We're real, right? We get shit done on this channel. Because you know why? We work together. We work hard to get it done. Yeah, I truly think. I think we cracked the safe, right? I really do. To say the least, I think we do. I'm already qualified, PG. Yep. Local people, if you ask anybody around there, I went from one end of Tennessee to the other. And I'm going to tell you what, all them people right there in the Ben Hill vicinity, right there in that little area, they all think, they all believe that all the guilt's up on 110. They do not believe, you know, they don't believe she wandered off because she was barefooted, and like they said, you know, they'd have found her. If an animal had got her, there'd have been plenty of proof that an animal got her. Nope. And like they said, you know, no way abduction. They don't believe abduction for 5 seconds, and neither does the, you know, law enforcement. So, and neither do I. And now all of this, yeah, I'm telling you, law enforcement knows, you know, like I said, they wasn't going to anyone else's house. They were going to the wells all the time. You know, just recently, they wasn't going to nobody else's house. They went there and kicked the door in the Wells house, right? Searching the Wells house. Them fucking Wells. Law enforcement knows as well as we do. Law enforcement knows as well as we do who the guilty parties are, right? And it's no one but them, right? No one but them. And I'm sure after law enforcement kicked their door in to get that safe, the Wells have been scared as hell that, you know, their house has been bugged, right? So they're watching like a motherfucker what they say in the house. Because I know they're criminal asses. They got rid of them phones as soon as they could and got new ones out of fear that, you know, they were bugged up. So, with that being said, you know, those Wells are very damn criminal minded, right? Very criminal minded. But you know, you gotta have a criminal mind if you want to catch a criminal. Like the Bible said, be as wise as a snake, but don't be one. Right? Just the way you gotta be. They ain't ever going to tell the truth, hon. They ain't ever going to tell the truth because they going to jail if they do that. Right? They go to jail. I mean, would you tell the truth if you're going to go to prison? Hell no. I'm not going to lie. If I was going to go to prison, hell no. Why the hell would you do that? Right? That's like, damn. Who wants to do that? I mean, that's throwing your life away. Why would they hide it all and cover it up if they was going to tell the truth? That wouldn't make no sense. Oh, Mary Jane, trust and believe. They are definitely looking into Summer's case. They are definitely looking at. I don't know about Mr. Prune, old Pruey, but Ronnie. I'm sure Ronnie's looking at everything. Ronnie Lawson, hell yeah, he's looking at it all. Trust me. Trust me. Matter of fact, tomorrow night, there'll be Lord willing, if I'm on here, I'll have a surprise pick, and then I'll let y'all know why I picked that picture to as our main picture for everything, right? But tomorrow night, Lord willing, we congregate here again. I would definitely have a surprise pick, and I'll let you guys know why. I mean, sometimes, you know, I teach you guys how to draw people to YouTube. And we need some people drawn to this particular YouTube, right? Trust me. We know how to get things done. Here, we get things done. And right now, we got the Wells very worried. You know, it took a long time to get Summer back into the spotlight, right? And we ain't gonna let her leave it. We busted our asses to get that done. We got a lot of hate on us for doing it too. But we did it. And we got all the focus. Took us a long time to get that focus on the Wells, didn't it? But by God, we got it there now. And we're going to keep it. I think, you know, and that ain't us. That's God. That's God. That's God pulling it all to the light. Don Wells, you in trouble. Because the big boss is working on this now. Right? We had trust in law enforcement. They failed us. So we had to put all of our faith in God. And God don't fail us. He's really done a lot in such a short time. He's done a lot in such a short time. So let's keep those prayers going up. Let's keep them going up for this baby. Because I'm telling you now, they're working. It's working. Don't stop. Keep them going up. We're going to get all the answers we need. Trust and believe that. This case is going to get solved. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. So keep those prayers going up for sweet Summer. Please keep them going up for. Keep them going up for sweet Norway. Keep them going up for one another. Keep them going up for one another. Always know that PG's praying for y'all. I always pray for everybody. I don't know what you need, but I tell God he does. And in the name of Jesus Christ, please. Please. I pray that everyone gets what, you know, whatever. If you're needing anything, I pray that you get it. Right? And that's the way we all need to pray. Because when we're praying for everybody else, God knows we're a good person. He knows we're a good person. And you know you get blessed when you're a good person. God knows his children. So keep those prayers not going up for someone, but everyone. Pray for one another. People that pray together, stay together. Remember that. God bless. God bless. Much love. Good night, everybody. I'm playing Summer's song out of here. God willing, we'll be back together tomorrow night, right? We'll be congregated up again for this beautiful little girl. We'll keep getting the answers we need. We'll keep doing all we can to push at the truth, get the truth, bring this baby home, get justice for her. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Good night, everybody. Good night. Much, much love.